Hello. Hello all out there. This was another very impulsive pop-up live stream. Very short notice. So today's stream may be a little shorter because I just wanted to show you what I have done so far with the Head HDA, Head Generator HDA, and some of the updates I've done onto the Lip Sync, some of the Lip Sync HDAs that I've shown in the previous mini-series, previous episode of the Lip Sync mini-series. The one, let me just drag it over. It's these tools, or the better screenshot would probably be this one. So these tools, this was a facial deformer HDA tool that will allow you to deform your mesh, your character mesh, so that it will have the mouth shapes and talk. So it has like the lip sync facial deformer. Like it'll deform the mouth of your mesh so that it'll look like it's talking. Now what I've done with my Head HDA, my Head Generator HDA, is that I've hooked it up, integrated it with the lip sync. So now that you don't have to actually, in previous tutorial where I've shown you how to use the lip sync tools, is that you have to actually choose the points, the landmarks on your mesh. So let me just pull that up. Visual lip sync. Okay, so there is an update I did with that. Just 1 second, I have a small bug. Let me just take this out. Okay, that should do it. Hopefully I didn't break anything. I might have. Oh, I remember why I put that there then. Oh, that was silly of me. That wasn't a bug. Sorry, this update hasn't been released yet, so it's still in the works. Let me just undo what I did. Okay, so this head, I'm going to stick it in here. Hopefully it'll come up. I think I just broke it. Okay, there it goes. Save my change. Okay, so basically in the last tutorial where I shown you how this facial deformer works is that you pick points. So you mouth, upper, left, middle, one, which are points, landmarks on the mouth. So this is a reference picture of what these labels mean on the lips. And what that means is that you come over here to this guy and then you choose a point on the lips that corresponds to the same positions as this reference picture. So upper mouth, left, middle, one, that would be somewhere over here-ish. And then after you select that, I know there's a lot of points there, so you can't really see, but something is selected, and then you press enter, and then that is the point number that is chosen there. So that's how you do it previously. With the Head HDA, now this is of course still in the works. What I've shown you in the previous one is that once you choose all your points on the mouth, you feed it into my facial deformers voice tools with the chops set up. It'll recognize an audio file recording of your voice after you have all that chop net set up, and then it'll make it talk. Now what I've done with the Head Generator HDA is that you can skip the step of actually choosing the landmarks on the mouth. So because I'm generating the head, so I might as well, I know where the mouth is, so I've made it more procedural, so you can skip that step, and it saves you a lot of time from choosing all these points. It's not a lot of points, it's 12 points for what you get for like deforming the whole lips. It's still really easy, but I've made it a bit more easier. But this only works with the Head HDA, Head Generator HDA. So, in the previous live stream pop-up, I've shown you that alien head generator I had. Let's see, head. So this, I only had 4 in the previous one. And it didn't really look too right with the... Okay, I'll show you the head alien generator first. Because I started out with a human, but then as I worked on it, it didn't look very human. So I just relabeled this and called it, you know, this looks more like an alien. Let me just feed in the frame number. That way, once you have a different seed, so actually I should show you this. Once you have like a different seed going on, as long as it has a different number here, you'll get a different head generated. So what you can do is just feed in the frame. And what you can do is drag this along and you'll get a different head every single time. Pick a head, a general shape of the head that you like. Say, I like this, but you know, the eyes are so small that it's actually in there, the eyes. They're behind, right there. But because it's moved too far back in, you can actually adjust it. So move eyeballs out. There you go. And let's see. Let's say I want a larger head. I don't know. A larger head like this. Now after you tweak it a little bit, and then you can choose another random one. And all the random generated heads will be based on your tweaks. So you can see that now the rest of the random heads generated, now there's some bugs. Because the head is too big, the booleans are intersecting. So this is not perfect. But hopefully you can see what I mean. After you make a tweak, your tweaks will stay. So I found that handy. Now, in the previous pop-up live stream, when I showcased this the first time, my head generator, so this was the alien head generator. There is another one that looks more like a human. Now I want to show you the one, what it looked like before I started tweaking it. This is what it looked like before, work in progress last week. Now it looks a lot better now. I made a lot of tweaks. It's more stylized though. So this is a more stylized approach. Let me feed in the frame again so you can get a different head every single time. So compare that with this. This looks like a monkey. So I think it's quite an improvement. Now you can like make this a little bigger. The head, I'm tweaking the head width. All the generated future randomly generated heads will be based on a wider head, on a head that with a wider width, as I've tweaked. If I want something like super small, now this is still in the works. I haven't released the head generator yet. I'm aiming for this weekend to be released. So yeah, there you go. There's also another one I did, head stylized. So this one is really stylized. Let me feed in the frame again. So this guy is really stylized. Hey, Hashin. Hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. So yeah, this is really stylized. I kind of really like this one. I'm a sucker for like stylized characters. So these are the random ones. The ones with random generators. You can also create, let's see, I showed you, the head alien generator. So the difference between this one and this one is that, so I've shown you the random one. This head alien generator is just creating one. There's no random seed. So there's no random seed parameter up here, so you'll have to tweak it yourself, like that. So that's the only difference between this one and this one. And the same thing with this head generator. So there's no random seed up there. So you can just do whatever you want, like tweak it. And if you go too far, you get something weird. Now, what I wanted to really show you is that this head generator, I've integrated that mouth landmark or the lips landmark right into it. So, okay, this one's cached out. I picked one that I like the most. If you look into the details of this, the mouth landmarks are actually all there. And I've made some upgrades to the Lip Sync HDA to actually read these the detail attributes that are generated with the head, feed it into the lip sync tools that I've created. So the lip sync tools were covered in a previous live stream. So that's why I keep referring to the previous live streams. So you can see that these are not filled in, but they're actually are in there. I need to find a way to if these attributes detect if these attributes exist. If they do exist, I'm gonna try and gray them out or try to disable these guys out so it's more clear. They are indeed there. So if you look at the colored landmarks, so you can see here, they're in there. You just don't see it here. Anyways, I have a chop net with a really short audio script that's I've been using as a test, and I actually cached it out. So I'll show you. I'll build it live first for a few frames to show you that it's actually moving. It's actually working. So he's opening the mouth. Yeah, so he's doing something. Now I cached that out already. So let me just stop that. Stop. Okay. So let me show you this. This is what it looks like. So you can get all that without actually even selecting the mouth landmark. So I'm hoping to build upon this and keep building more and more of these tools. And I think we're going to get a lot of really nice character animation tools at the end. Now, okay, this is still experimental. So all this stuff here is me trying to get the UVs. So I've been having a hard time with the UVs. So I exported this character. Oh, and one more thing with the head generator. So after you go around and you pick the one you like. Let me go around. Head generator random. So I'm going to come here and I want to, let me pick, actually, you know what? Let me pick the stylized one. Because I really like this guy. Okay, so you go around, you pick something you like. Okay, I like, this looks interesting. And then you tweak it a little bit to make it, to make your modifications. Okay, the eyes are merged into one. So let me make the eyeball smaller. Eyeball size. Okay, I want them to be a little bit more apart. Okay. Okay, let's go with this. This looks silly enough. Let's go this. Then you can turn it into high resolution. Well, first of all, I'm on frame 41, right? So this is the one you want. What I would first do is take out this expression. So take out this expression so you won't keep changing it. So it'll be stuck on 41. A better way would be to cache it too. So that way when you go like this, you won't lose this. You won't lose this head. This, after you pick this guy and you like this, then turn on the high resolution. This will speed up the performance. Oh, I think I broke that. Darn. Oh, I think I just forgot to hook it up. Yeah, so there is some bugs here and there. I'll hopefully have everything fixed by the weekend so I can release it out for the members. Let me see if I can fix this live. High resolution. Oh, I think I can. So it's just hook. I forgot to hook it up here. Yellow. It is not liking it. Okay. Copy parameter. Let me do it the old-fashioned way. Oh, but I can't do it like that. I just forgot to hook it up to that. Usually you just click and drag it. And it usually just works. Unless I have to like... Okay. Oh. I'm gonna give it one more try. No! You usually just click and drag it. I don't know what's wrong. Okay, 1 second. Let me put it on my other screen. Sometimes it works on the other screen. And for some strange reason, it only works on the other screen. That's interesting. So, okay. It worked on the other screen. All I did was drag it to my second monitor and click and dragged it over. Oh, I can't see the OK button anymore. Okay, so the window was a little large. Let me close this back up. Save this. Close this back up. So sorry about that. Okay, now it's cooking and remeshing. So, okay, yeah. Okay, let me do that one more time. Now that it's fixed. So you choose the head that you like, stick with it, and then you turn on the high resolution. It's just because the high resolution takes a while to load. So this is a performance optimization workflow. You choose what you like, and then you turn on the high resolution. Otherwise, if you use this to feed it into the random seed, it takes forever to generate another head. Are there options for the topology? Yeah, the topology needs work. All I did was throw in a remesh. It's not anything fancy. Oh, So this is the one that I cached out to demonstrate. This one has all the talking. Just gonna load up the fancy version of this guy talking with shaders. So it looks a little bit more cooler. So this one just has the shaders on it. I wanted to include the textures for the eyeballs, but then it started to like get really confusing because it started to remesh really slow. I want to figure out a way to procedurally create UVs for the models, for the head, as well as generate the mesh. Okay, so that's the head generator. I'm hoping that this is going to be very seamlessly integrated with the lip sync tools. That was the whole ambition, to get it to with the lip sync tools. So later on, I'm hoping to create more blend shapes for these guys so that he could be like smiling while talking. So you could actually have more blend weights, different kind of blend weights, like a smile blend weight and grinning or mad, sad, like different things that you can do with the face to make them maybe raise the eyebrows. Oh, and that's another thing. I still need to make eyebrows and ears for these. The hair, I may not go as far as the hair. Six syndicate. You can maybe insert instant mesh node into it and allow the user to feed curves toy guide the topology. Ooh. Instant mesh node. To it allow user to feed cursor. I would love to try that. I actually did try to manually, like, not I didn't get as far as to do it procedurally, but I tried to like feed in. Let's take this one and just play around with this because it's cached out. I'm just gonna delete that. Reload. Oh. Okay, you know what? Okay, let's see. Sorry about that. Let's see. Remesh. The remesh actually has a second input over here. So if I feed in the head into here, this was reference for edge lengths. I wasn't sure what this was supposed to be for, but I figured, like, I did input curves into here, trying to guide its topology. Wasn't sure if that's what the second input was for. Okay, this is like, they are part of the labs toolset. Oh. Labs mesh. Use instant mesh node. Labs instant meshes. This guy? Let's give it a try. Geometry to quad and guide prompts. That input lets you control the density of the meshing. Oh, okay. Let's give this a try. Let me do this. I'm gonna isolate. Oh, that looks all better already. Well, except for the mouth. Topology again. How much topology are we seeing? Oh. 1086. Okay, let's do 2000. Nope. Instant meshes. Number of smoothing. Output flow lines. Curve. Let's try this. So this looks good, really good already. I mean, sorry, this looks really promising already. Not good. Still working on it. Okay, let's do points. Curve. Ooh. Let me see. So how should I do this? It should be... let's do the mouth, actually. Doing, doing. Oh, you know what? I don't need to do that. That was silly. Sorry. Mouth... facial mouth control. So, the mouth bag, the mouth here, this open mouth was made from some of the tools that I've used to create the facial deformer. So I'm going to reuse that to create some of the topology for the mouth. Let's make this smaller. Oh, sorry. I should turn that off. Split 2. So, does anyone have any questions? Not about the HDA. Well, sure, if you have questions about the HDA. But if you have any other questions about anything else, I just really wanted to showcase what I've been working on lately. This hasn't been released yet, so if anyone was wondering, it's still in the works. It'll give me time to fix all the bugs. The instant meshes. I'm going to try and use this as a curve to feed it into the instant mesh one. Okay, let's see. Then let's ray it over, project it over. But thank you, 6, for telling me about this instant meshes. I really never knew about that. That'd be awesome if this works out. This one over here. This one? Nope, the other way around. Project, raise normal vector. I want him -1. Okay, there we go. So there's a curve there. Let me try and feed this as a curve in here. See if that's enough to get something going. Not quite. Maybe this needs to be bigger. Oops, bigger. Hey, Houdini has somebody who knows. It's like that Pokemon. Gotta catch them all. Gotta know them all. But this node would be awesome if I figure out how to use it. I mean, already, just right off the bat, this is much better topology than what I had here. Like, this is literally just the remesh. I remesh based on curvature. So you can see the mouth has more density in areas where it starts to curve. But this looks a lot better. Except for the mouth. I'm hoping like I can, maybe I should ray a few more. Let me see if that'll work. So that's raying that. Okay, let's transform again. So all this does is just pivot it all in the center position. This just makes it easier for me to control the sizing. Oops, that's not the size. This is the scale. I'm gonna make it a little bigger. And I'm gonna drop down the same ray node. What this ray node does, all it does is just project one object onto another. So I'm projecting it from here onto my mesh. So it's going to hit the mesh and you can see it'll flatten right there. It's on the lips. It's on the surface of the geometry. I'm wondering if this is how you use it though. I might not be using this instant mesh correctly. This is my first time using it. No. Let's see if is there something I need to instant smoothing, output output flow lines. Deterministic. Okay, I don't. I think I need more curves. I wish there was a mirror function. Wonder if I can clip it. Sorry, I'm getting way too far into this. Then do this. That looks okay. Well, that was a lot better. Let's see, and then we can mirror this. I gotta get rid of the flow lines. Oh, almost. So there's that thing right there. Fuse, maybe. Turn it up. Ooh, too much. Mirror here. Clip. So the clip wasn't a clean clip though. Or the instant mesh. Okay, so I gotta play around with this, but this looks promising. Very, very promising. Has anyone used the ZBrush Z remesher? That this sort of like reminds me of what that does. So ZBrush is a 3D application, and it has this awesome feature called Z remesher, and it will actually redo the topology for you based on whatever algorithms they pre-programmed, and it's usually really nice. There is one issue I might have. So this will take a lot of tweaking. Just because I might have lost all these landmarks in here. Let me see, actually. Take this out. Here. Let me feed it directly in here. Let's see what happens. Yeah, I've lost it all. It doesn't even show because the colors are landing on the back of the head. The coloring represents where the positions are on the landmarks of the lips. So I'm just going to connect it back to show you. Just takes a while. There you go. So there are the landmarks on the lips. So I lost all that information. But that's okay. I'll fix it a little later. If I really wanted to use this instant meshes, it'll need a bit of tweaking on the HDA. I know, me too. I hear you. At least something more flexible. So like, I wonder if the remesh is something that we can actually look into. No, it's because sometimes they have those nodes where we can look inside and we actually fix it. Like I think the rasterizer. Rasterize. What's it called? Point rest? Flip source. Or stuff like these. You can go like allow editing of contents and you can actually look inside and modify stuff in here. So sometimes they have those. I wish they had something like that for me for the remesh. Maybe remove the mouth bag and do it on its own, then fuse it back with a nicer mouth line. Yeah, that could work. Like, yeah, you're probably right. This mouth bag is probably getting in the way. You know what? We can actually try that. If you want to see me do this all day. Well, not all day, but let's see. Let's see what we can do. Let's connect it here. Give it. Oh, I should have turned off the high topology. Okay, let's turn that down. This will load much faster. Okay. Then okay, let me clean this up. This looks terrible. You know what? I'll just hide it. Labs, instant mesh. Turn that off. Okay, and then blast out everything. I'm gonna isolate the head again. Oh, sometimes this thing, when you turn it on once, the second time you click on this, it won't work. Okay, there it goes. Oops. I hit delete instead of enter. I don't know what I was doing. Ah, see? So you had to... Okay, there it goes. delete, come over here, snip mesh. Let's do something and break this HDA. I'm going to remove this. So that's the muff bag. It's bullying the muff bag out. So let me remove that. And we'll do a quick test. I just gotta remember not to save that. Let's see. Curves. I'm gonna copy these curves back. Let's kill this line. Okay, over here. This. Where's this guy? Okay, that looks pretty good. Let me up this. I don't know, 3K. Ew. Target topology count. Why would that? But I thought. Okay, let me turn it back down. I guess the lower the better. I wish there was like a mirror option here. Because I just want the same topology here as I do on this side. Deterministic. Okay, if I turn that up like this, and then turn this up to 2000. Oh, that looks way better. Okay, so as you increase the target polygon count, you have to increase the crease angle too. You have to, these two are proportionally increasing. Let me turn it up. And let's do 5. I mean, it's still not following this, which is really what I wanted, like the mouth to have topology in circles around it. Yeah, okay, so this node will take some, I wonder if they have examples. We'll take some time to play around with. But thank you for telling me about this. This is awesome. No, there's no examples. This tool allows you to run geometry through instant meshes and generate a quad mesh. Oh, this is a quad mesh. But still, I could still get quads. But why are the quads all rotated? This method takes optional set of guide curves to control polygon flow. It will then run it through instant mesh and algorithm to create a quad mesh. Iterations, output, float lines. Yeah. I think I don't have enough curves. I only have 2 curves. I would still use the clip here and then mirror and then try polyfill. Your previous looked pretty nice except for the mouth. Yeah. I guess the circular line is irritating. It rather not helping. I know. I know what you mean. But that's the... I wonder... I don't know. Magnetic! Hey, welcome. We're just going over what I have for the HDA, the head HDA. And we're trying to like... So the head HDA isn't ready yet. I'm hoping to have it released by this weekend. But now that I know about this instant mesh, I don't know. I don't know if I can release it this weekend now. Now I want good topology. Because the topology here isn't too bad. Oh, I should put the mouth back in. Mesh. Okay. There we go. This topology is not... It's just heavy. And it's not great for face. You know what I really would want? Is to use their test head here. And relay this topology. Oh. Onto my generated head. I actually tried doing that. Didn't work out very well. Because my head is a more stylized version. Uniform. Okay. So like this topology is nice. Oh. This topology is nice. I like these little circle quads. Ay. Oh, and look, they have a mouth bag too. This guy's chubby. Let's see. So it looks like this. I actually tried relaying this topology onto my thing using the ray, because that's what it does, but didn't work out too well. So you want this guy there, because I want this topology, which is this test human, and I want it on my head, so it's this one. And I don't like the lines. Can't see anything. So project minimum distance. Lift. Yeah, this ray can only do really simple things. So again, I'm just doing the pivot on the center. It starts to get some of it, but then some of the geometry gets lost just because the projection is not great. This has nice facial features. This one, my HDA has very exaggerated facial features, so it's probably not gonna work out that great. I've seen the transfer done on the Houdini Hive. Oh, that's awesome. Do you remember the link? But I think it will, I don't know. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. Getting good topology on my stylized character. Let me see if I can pick another one. Head less wide. Lower head width, lower that. Oop, too far, too far. Okay. What am I doing? Sorry, got distracted. I love tweaking this thing and getting a nice, another different face. Now that is the back of the head. It's because this is too far in, too far out. Okay. Lower head height. Okay, it's too stretched up and down. So this is the width. Let's make it okay, that looks better. You can actually take the HDA like this and then further squish it down to get like a more style that you like. This is what you prefer. Or even use, what's it called? Soft transform. Okay, let's see. Cool. So I'm looking for it. Never tried, but there is a topo transfer node. Oh, wow. There's a node for everything. Topo. Oh, you're right. Source target. Ooh, let's try that. Source. You know what? Let me just copy it over. I hate lines crisscrossing. Hide all my rough work on the back. test geometry. Let me make a copy of this. I don't want to save this onto the real thing. Where did it go? Version 2. I think it's complaining about the eyeballs. I'm not sure. At least one valid landmark pair is required. Enter the state to start creating landmark pairs. You can bypass the need for landmark pairs and enable landmark node parameter. Oh. Okay, let's see where that takes us. Don't want to put off too much, but there is a node called topple transfer, but you already need to play around with it and understand what it really is and how to use it. Yeah, that's true. This was like, I never knew there were so many like retopologizing nodes in Houdini. You can use the clean topple mesh with that. Awesome. This is so awesome. You guys are so awesome. I never knew there were so many different options out there. The link didn't go through. Can't place links for someone. Oh, that's so darn. That's all right. Or you can paste the title of the video, and I'll search it in their channel. Yeah, I don't think that did anything. I'm not using this correctly. Let's see. This is what it looked before. It literally just changed the position. This and then this. Oh, well, the size not even right. Oh, I should have matched the size though. Okay, okay. Before I go in too deep, let me look at the documentation. Non-rigidly formed. Okay, so I didn't have too much planned for this pop-up live stream. I just really wanted to show you what I've been doing, what I've been up to with the Head HDA and the Lip Sync HDA. So the rest of this stream will be very casual. If you guys have any questions or anything you want to talk about, otherwise I'll just continue with this. Source mesh, target mesh, output mesh. What? But that's very little change. Oh, I think most of this was for the photogrammetry stuff. Oh, that's what they mean about that. Oh, so you have to indicate the landmarks on the on both meshes. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, so the size doesn't really matter. Let's do that again. Ooh, why is there color? Okay, source. Let's choose. You know what? 1 second. Let me turn down the topology. Oh, it is down. Okay, let's give this a try. So, in between the eyes. No, sorry, that's what it was. Then this one, this one, this one, right on the nose, and top of mouth, bottom lip. Let's try that. Target. Group. Oh, it's clipping all over. Let me... So a way to adjust the clipping plane is neither... Okay, let me see if it's still clipping. Okay, that's what I need. Over here. Over here, and then over here, over here, over... What did I do? One on the nose, one on the top of the lip, and then bottom lip. Let's see what that does. Can't paste links. It's just Houdini topple transfer. Ooh, it crashed. I was wondering when that would happen. Okay, I'll play more around with that. See what I can come up with. Oh man. Hopefully I can get a release out this weekend then. I'm just gonna open up a browser and we can take a look at what that is. Was it Houdini topple transfer? So I'm going to have a more official tutorial on Monday where I have talk about the next part in the next episode in the mini series of the lip sync, which will be about the look at constraint in KineFX. So that's one of the reasons why I wanted to do like the head generator and then add eyeball textures to the head generator, and then we can use put the look at constraint on the eyeballs, and we can actually control where the character is looking using one mesh, so we can tell the character to look at something. So that hopefully will be Monday, but now that I've learned that there's so many retopologizing tools in Houdini, I might work on this head just a bit more. Oh, I have to repick the points. Yeah, I'll do that later. I'll play more around with this stuff. Oh, there is topple transfer quick. So I think I found your video. I think it's this one, right? I mean, it must work because this is like a photogrammetry scan of a person. I mean, that's going to be really noisy coming in. So if it works on this kind of complexity of a mesh, I'm pretty sure it'll work on this. I think. Oh, does anyone want to see how I did this? This really fascinated me with texturing flip fluid. So literally I took the rubber toy geometry, baked out the textures, transferred the UVs from the rubber toy onto the flip particles. And that's how you see when it splashes down, the color is aligned with the original polygon geometry. So right here, if I can pause it. So this here is actually, I don't know if anyone remembers that fluid particle surface node, which turns flip fluid into a polygon. So that's what this geometry starts off with. It's just that at the beginning, I did it like this. So this is really low poly. You can start to tell that these textures are starting to like zigzag. The UVs didn't transfer very well back into the flip fluid. And this is where I have like 0.005 or 0.0005. I don't know, if one ridiculous particle, low number of particle separation, which results in a higher resolution in flip fluid, which I needed in order to get all the data to transfer and all the UVs over. This took forever to bake though. I think it took like 2 hours just to bake 100 frames. Because it was like 1 million particles. It could have been less than that. I don't know. I left it running and just walked away. Cool. So that's all I really had planned for today, just to showcase the two HDAs. I don't know if I can. So I just threw in my original one that I had cashed out, which is this guy, generated from the Head Generator HDA and fed into the Lip Sync tools, which are now integrated together, which I really like. So I don't have to select all the landmarks on the mouth anymore, so it'll automatically recognize all the points. And then I just imported into Houdini, Blender for shading. Let me turn this into Eevee, then I can actually play it back. So the Eevee one, the Eevee rendering engine doesn't get the high quality that the Cycles does, but it plays back a lot faster. So this is what it looks like while it's talking. I think it'll play back even faster here. Probably better. Flat shaded. No, I think not. It's cached too, which is weird. Okay, that's better. Yeah, so I'm hoping to create a lot of weirdness with all this stuff. A lot of different characters talking. But the only sad part is that I only have the head, so I don't have a body. So I'm not sure what to do with like a video clip. There's not much I can actually, like a storytelling, but you only see the head, which is pretty creepy. I may create like a body generator, like a whole character generator. But that is so much, because there's so much muscle anatomy, even for just a stylized character. It's not one of my strengths to do character sculpting. Maybe, actually. Maybe I can do something simple. Cool. So I think I'm just gonna end it off. So today's stream was a bit short. I just wanted to showcase these two things. Didn't have too much planned. I think the next one will be more exciting when I actually have these two released and everyone can start playing around with them. And maybe when I have like the facial blends in it with all the emotions, like the smile and the grinning and all that stuff, and raising eyebrows, I think that would be a nice improvement to everything. And we can actually do something fun. I'm currently working to use your lip sync idea for a hero crowd sim. Still need to find an idea on timing for voice clips. Yeah, I know, because it's just the face. You're doing it for a crowd system. Is that how's the optimization? Like how is it playing out? as in performance. Have you tried MetaHuman yet? No, I haven't. I should give that a try. It looks very interesting. Very, very realistic. I do have a character creator though from Reillusion. So that gives me really realistic characters right with a few clicks. But the problem is it's not better than the metahumans. The metahumans look really good. I was wondering how the workflow is for Houdini. I think it should be okay, but MetaHuman I believe is still in beta. So sidefx and Epic Games have joined forces. They're now like under the same company, I think. I don't know. I think Epic Games has shares in Houdini now in sidefx, so they have a lot of potential to work together now. I would imagine metahumans would be transferable into Houdini. At the moment, I'm catching the blend shapes themselves to run them via triggers. That's the idea. At least, let's see if it works. I'm caching the blend shapes. Are you caching? Let's see, you said use your lip sync idea for Hero Crash. Yes, it gets really heavy. The blend shapes actually caches. This node caches for you. Let me see. So you can actually check this. Cache input deltas. So once you check this box, it actually caches it for you. Like, it'll run a lot faster when you... the second time, when you check this. Really, two of my most favorite apps. Oh, that's awesome. I'm hoping to create a game for UE just because they have so much seamless plugins between Houdini and Unreal Engine. They have like, what is that particle system called in UE? I'm not a huge UE guru. Like, I'm not that great at UE. I'm still learning. They have the what is that particle system? Nigeria? So we can actually feed in Epic Games. We can actually feed in particle systems from Houdini and import it into Unreal Engine. So we all know that Mantra is not the fastest rendering engine. What you can do is create your particle system or your particle scene in Houdini, and you can actually transfer it very easily into Nigeria effects. Niagara. Well, anyways. What else do they have? It's sad that the crowd systems doesn't transfer over into UE, or at least I don't know. I don't think that it does. I'm not sure about that, because I believe UE has its own crowd system. That might have been why. But geometry transfers very easily from Houdini into UE. I tried to demonstrate that in a really previous live stream like weeks ago, but that's when my computer kept on crashing. It's they have a plugin called the Unreal Engine Live Link tool, and literally the two apps get synced together. Your camera gets synced together too. I guess that was too much for streaming. Once I added that on and streaming, the whole thing just crashed. So there's so many tools. Let's see what not directly. Let's see if it works. I wonder. It's too bad I didn't, my tools, these lip sync tools were all facial deformers. So they weren't actually rigs. If they were rigs, so if I actually did rig the face and actually gave you a bone structure, an animated bone structure of all the facial, like the lip sync, that would definitely be more optimized for your crowd systems. However, I did try that. That was the first attempt into when I was actually developing these facial deformer tools, was to create a rig for the face. It's actually not that easy. So that's how I ended up with just deforming the face. You can transfer only as exported crowds as USD or vertex texture. Currently playing around with crowds to UE4. Yeah, it doesn't. I don't know how to transfer the crowds from Houdini into UE. Or if I'm not sure if there's a actual method that exists, a workflow that exists for it. It's sad that it doesn't, though, because we're so used to the Houdini crowd system, it would have been awesome if we could just, click a button and, put everything into UE. However, UE has a very awesome AI, and that actually gives you crowds that are not pre-programmed. They will actually react better to the gameplay. So that might be why they don't make life easy for the crowd system in Houdini. That's only a suspicion I have. Don't quote me on that. All right, so I think I'll just end it off right now. Didn't have much planned for today again, so really short live stream. Well, I wanted to thank everyone for joining me for a very short notice live stream once again. I hope you'll join me next week when I have the next episode of the Lip Sync miniseries, and we're gonna go over how to control the eyes using the look at constraints of KineFX. Hopefully by then I'll have these Head Generator HDAs and the lips and the updates I've done for the lip sync tools. I'll hopefully have all that ready to be released this weekend. Maybe I might be backing out on the weekend now. Maybe because this topology, I didn't think it was too much of an issue, but now that I know that there's options to make it better, I might work on it a bit more. So it might come after the weekend. The release might come after the weekend. And atoms have add-ons for UE4. Oh, is that another application? I've actually never heard of it. Let me look it up. Just Googling it on the other side. Crowd system was your populate scenes. Ooh, this is a crowd system. Oh, I can't find the other one. Adam, because this is a name. This is a very common name. So it's having a hard time Googling the Adam's name. Cool. So I'll just end it off now. And I hope to see you in the next one.